Hey everyone, and welcome to the final installment of Star Wars Month 2024. It's been quite a Star Wars month this year. I've done lots of figure reviews and movie reviews, and I've also covered a video game. And I'm going to finish off with possibly one of the best Star Wars games we've gotten in recent years. Today, I'm going to be reviewing Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Now, I have been wanting to talk about this game for a long time. This is the official sequel to Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which I have reviewed in the past. So as you can see, we've got Cal there and BD-1 and the Mantis. This is the deluxe edition I've got, actually. So I'll read you the back of the box. It's quite a lengthy read, so you know. Stand against the darkness. Continue Cal's journey. As one of the last surviving Jedi Knights, Cal is driven to make a stand during the galaxy's darkest times. But how far is he willing to go to protect himself, his crew, and the legacy of the Jedi Order? Go beyond your training. Build upon Cal's training with an expanded list of iconic Force abilities, combat stances, and lightsaber customizations that can be combined in new and different ways to fight as a Jedi. Explore an untamed galaxy. Discover new planets and familiar frontiers in the Star Wars galaxy, each with unique biomes, challenges, and enemies. The story of Cal Kestis continues in Star Wars Jedi Survivor, a galaxy-spanning third-person action-adventure game from the veteran team at Respawn Entertainment. So yeah, this game, it's jam-packed with all sorts of stuff. It's set a few years, 5 years after the events of Fallen Order, and it looks like Cal is still out there fighting the good fight against the Empire, and he's got this new guy, Border Kuna, by his side, fighting the Empire. And it turns out his old team that consisted of him, Sia, Grease, and Merrin from the last game has actually disbanded. Nowadays, Grease owns his own cantina. Sia now helps this organization called the Hidden Path, which helps Force sensitives hiding from the Empire. And Merrin is out exploring the galaxy. So they've all gone their separate ways, and they're all making their way about this time. And so eventually we see that we find this droid during Cal's adventures who is called Z, and it turns out she used to belong to a Jedi called Santari Kree, who lived during the High Republic era, which was like hundreds of years before the Clone Wars even began. And then we meet this guy called Dagan Gera, who during his time in the High Republic era was a Jedi Master, and he had basically found this planet called Tanalorr, which actually existed beyond something called the Kobo Nebula, which is actually the Kobo Abyss, which is actually quite impossible to cross. But they had found a way using these compass devices. He thought it could be a safe haven. Gera thought that Tanalorr could be a safe haven for the Jedi, but sadly the Jedi Council at the time turned down his decision and ordered him to basically forget about the planet. But he couldn't, and his fascination with it grew into an obsession so bad that he actually turned to the dark side. And we find this out when he's explaining his story, and he bleeds his lightsaber crystal, so he corrupts it, and it goes from yellow to red. So basically, Dagan Gera is one of the main villains of Jedi Survivor, because he's now leading a group of criminals called the Bedlam Raiders, who are actually causing chaos throughout the galaxy. They're basically criminals, and Cal basically teams up with his old teammates to stop them and stop Gera from whatever he has planned. And the gameplay itself is pretty much the same as Jedi Fallen Order, except there's a few more extra bits. There's the single-bladed lightsaber stance and the double-bladed lightsaber stance, just like in the last game. But 3 new additions come in. There's Split Saber, where you can actually wield 2 lightsabers. You could do that in Fallen Order, but it was only like for special attacks. There's lightsaber plus a blaster, so you could use a blaster. It's a tough galaxy. We all got to find some way of surviving. And the strongest and slowest is the crossguard lightsaber. Yes, you can actually wield a crossguard lightsaber in this game, and that's amazing. That's honestly absolutely amazing. The characters are brilliant. It's basically the same characters we knew from Fallen Order, and we even get to see Eno Cordova for the first time, who we actually saw in holograms in Jedi Fallen Order, which was actually a bit of a surprise to me, personally, because all this time playing Fallen Order, I thought Cordova was dead. I thought Cordova was long dead. Turns out he wasn't. And they do manage to stop Gera's plans of basically invading Tanalorr, and they kill him. But then it turns out Cal's friend Bode wants to use Tanalorr for himself to protect him and his daughter from the Empire. And he actually kills Cordova for the compass and is actually revealed to be another surviving Jedi. And that was honestly a big twist, because he and Cal Kestis had a great friendship, they had great teamwork. So to see that he was a villain, that was basically a stab to the heart. And all the while, and the Empire actually attack the Hidden Paths base on the planet Jeddah, and we actually get to play as Seer for a while, and we do get a full-on boss fight against Darth Vader, something that was kind of lacking in the last game because all we could do was run from him, but this time we actually got to fight him, and I love that. Sadly, it does end with Seer being killed, but they live on and they have to stop Bode from doing whatever he's doing, from what he has planned. And and there's also a key thing to point out. The game is basically open world. You're able to freely explore all these different planets. You've got Coruscant, you've got Tanalorr, you've got Kobo, you've got Jeddah, you've got all the different planets, just like you did with Fallen Order, like Bogano, Zephyr, Dathomir, Kashyyyk, that sort of thing. It basically take the exploration from the game and dial it up to 11, and the gameplay itself is fantastic. It is still slashing and blocking and dodging and all that sort of stuff. It's all pretty cool. I absolutely love it. And honestly, Jedi Fallen Order was a great game, but Survivor has surpassed it. Jedi Survivor is now my favourite Star Wars game of all time. Like, I absolutely love this game to bits. It was a great way to capitalise on the success of Jedi Fallen Order, and now we have a full-on sequel, and it's absolutely amazing, even better than the first game. So yeah, I highly recommend you guys play this game. If you haven't played Fallen Order, there is a section of it where you can recap the Fallen Order story, but I would recommend playing Fallen Order before you play this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this Star Wars month. So let me know in the comments below which video was your favourite from Star Wars month this year, and I will see you very, very soon. So take care, everyone.